doctor might give it to you as a B complex zinc supplement or as a zinc gluconate separate supplement. Zinc is supposed to have very good effects on, boosting immunity. Nothing very robust has been proved about it, but at this stage, we rather give it than not give it. So it will be prescribed to you along with vitamin C, vitamin D also. So these are the vitamin and zinc supplements we always give to every COVID patient. You can take it even now, even if you don't have COVID.
Yeah, any you can suggest any name?
So, this, I don't know if I'm allowed to do prescription and brand names sharing over here, but Cobadex, CZS or Zinconate, these are popular brands, Zincobit. These are all
Zincobit,
popular
Cobadex.
brands. Yeah. These you can take. For vitamin C, there is Limc, there is Celine, which is popular. So these are brands you can take. Here you can trust your chemist also, at least for nutritional supplements. Don't trust him for other things, but they can certainly tell you what is the nutritional supplement that's going around. So
one tablet a day, na, doctor?
So you can take 2 tablets of the Cobadex CZS because the amount of zinc is slightly less than that. But if you're taking an exclusive zinc supplement, then 1 tablet a day is good enough.
Okay, doctor. Thank you, doctor.
So Varsha, I have a question regarding vaccination. My first jab is done, on 4th April, and second jab was due on 19th May. And now suddenly this new directive has come that instead of 6 weeks, the period is extended to 12 weeks. So now what I should do? So I should go for 12 weeks, or as per my old certificate, I should do on 19th May.
So I think most of the appointments for people who got the jab before the directive came have been rescheduled. From what I have been informed by a lot of people I know who were scheduled for the second jab at 6 weeks, they said that their appointment got auto-shifted on the CoWIN app. But if that has not happened, and your appointment still stands, I would still recommend that you get the second jab at 6 weeks, because this is basically a directive to increase the reach of the first dose to as many people as possible. Because in a pandemic situation where there is a surge happening, we would rather have not have anybody not vaccinated. So, we want to maximize the first dose. That's why this directive has come. But if the appointment is being, held up and you are able to get the vaccine at your scheduled 6-week second jab appointment, I would still recommend you go ahead and take it.
Okay. Thank you.
So, anything else you want to spring at me? Or
I have a question to ask, ma'am. I have a question, Dr. Varsha, please.
Yes.
Allow me to speak.
Yes. Who would like to ask?
To whom you are saying?
Yes.
You just have to mention it. Okay. Shall I speak?
Yes, Mr. Gambhir.
Okay. Thank you so very much, Dr. Varsha. It was very nice speech and very nice information that I gained from you. And thank you so very much for your precious time. But now my question is, my wife is age 45 years, and she got a brain stroke almost 2.5 months back. And she was diagnosed with diabetes, hypertension, blood pressure, and heart is working only 30 to 35%. I think EPF or EVF or whatever that terminology is known as.
Yes.
Okay. Now the thing is that she got COVID positive on 3rd of the same month, May, and she was being admitted to Nirankari Ashram in Buradi, Delhi, for isolation. And there she was being giving Dexa, that is a steroid, along with the medicines. From 9th onward, they started at 9th May. And on 14th of May, little position get worsened, and she was taken to the other hospital, whereby that Dexa steroid once again was being continued. And now, after day before yesterday, that is on 19th of May, she was discharged from the hospital, and she's still on some steroids given Medrol for 32 mg for 5 days, then 16 mg for 5 days, then 8 mg for 5 days. And I'm little worried about it because she's on the steroids for a very long period. She has been in the hospital, and now at home once again she's being given those steroids. Are they not going to create any kind of trouble for her? and she
So-
has just complained me yesterday that she has a little blurred vision. So please just let me know what way we have to move ahead. And
So,
which medicine should be stopped.
Mr. Gambhir, would you like me to advise you here, or would you like me to advise you privately? You can let me know. If you want me to advise you here, I can go ahead with the permission of the chair.
But obviously, we will have to take the permission. Otherwise, if they are not comfortable, then I would definitely request you to please guide me personally whenever it is possible for you.
So, should I go ahead with the consult here?
No, I don't have any issue, but
Okay.
I
So,
don't have
just
any-
it's a small
Because
guidance
other
I'll
may
give
be
you,
also
Mr. Gambhir.
other may also be benefited with this. I'm really very sorry to
Yes,
say.
certainly.
But
So
other may also
I think this is a very classic situation where, you know, diabetes is present and still steroids were. You said she has diabetes also, blood pressure, heart, and had a stroke 2.5 months ago, from what I gathered. So
Yeah.
diabetes, still steroids were started because I presume there was an indication clinically. It was started at the right time because from 2nd to 9th May, it was completed a week. So it was started in the 2nd week correctly. But we had to continue it in the hospital. That is also justified. But if you give high doses of steroids in the hospital, on discharge, one cannot stop it abruptly. So we have to taper it off. That's why she was continued on methylprednisolone, which is Medrol.
Doctor has advised so. Yeah.
Yes,
at home.
absolutely. It has to be done. We can't stop steroids suddenly and discharge the patient.
Okay.
It has to be tapered off. So yes,
Okay.
she is a little bit of a high risk over here. And if she's complaining of blurred vision, I think she must get herself examined by a physician and not delay it even for a day. And if it is, God forbid, mucor, it can be treated completely and very well at this stage. So all that needs to be done is if she goes for an examination, they will take a small swab from her nose and they will test it with a KOH test, and they will be able to find the fungus and immediately start her on amphotericin if it is needed. And if it's negative, we are all happy. So since she has all the risk factors, she has taken oxygen in the hospital, she has been on steroids, she has diabetes, and you know, the steroids are still going on. So all the risk factors are there. So I would recommend that immediately she gets a consultation and gets herself examined.
Tomorrow, I'm just going to take her to an eye surgeon or a retina specialist. Will that work, or any other doctor?
I think an ENT would be the first point. Even an eye specialist is fine. You know, both are absolutely equipped to ask for a KOH test. So either one is fine, but do make sure that
What is that
she's
test is
personally-
known as? What is the
Sorry?
test is known as? I'm sorry. What is that test is known
It's
as?
a microscopy. Basically,
Okay.
we look for the fungus under the microscope. That's the first thing that is done. And if required, a CT scan may be asked for if required. I mean, the first test is only testing the fungus under, you know,
Microscopic
with a swab or a sample. And thereafter, there may be, you know, maybe a small nasal endoscopy an ENT would like to do, or, you know, other examinations. That comes later. But do get it clinically evaluated firstly.
Okay. Okay. And what precautions should we take? Like giving some nebulizer would be risky. Steam nebulizer. Or,
She does not need a
is it
nebulizer
okay?
right now. There is no reason to give a nebulizer. It is not required at all at this moment. The steroids are being continued only to
Okay.
taper it off. Now, if tomorrow there is any suspicion of mucormycosis, her steroids will be stopped and tapered off very fast, probably stopped immediately. So that we know clinically once examined.
Okay.
And sugar control should be happening.
Diabetes level is
she
somewhere
should be regularly evaluating her sugar.
I'm just checking the sugar 3 times a day, before breakfast, before lunch, and then before dinner. And she's been given insulin 3 times a day, 6 units every time. And
Okay, I think
the other
you
thing
can,
that I'm taking,
you
I mean,
can
just making a
message
chart
me
of the.
privately, Mr. Gambhir. We can discuss this case privately. I
Okay,
think
okay, it's
there
taking
are
a lot
others
of time.
who want
Yes,
a question. I
yes,
think
yes,
Rita
that's
ji
fine.
has been
No problem.
wanting
No
to
problem.
ask
Thank you
for
so
a
very
long
much.
time. Yeah.
Thanks a lot,
I'll
ma'am. Thank you
share
so very much.
my, you all have my number, so you can WhatsApp me if
I'm
you
really
want
very sorry.
any
I'm not
further
having.
information.
I'm really very sorry. I'm not having your number. By a very quick number. I mean, you can please spell your
It'll
number.
come,
So
don't
that
worry. It'll come on the group. It'll come on the group. Yeah, Rita ji.
So Anush, you are related to, you're a friend of Amit, or how you came to know about this?
See, I am in a group which is known as Mehuna, in which this particular message of your meeting was there, and I was very much concerned. So that's why I just joined, and it was really very good. I mean, in case I have disturbed anybody, please forgive me.
No, no, not
Okay,
at
okay,
all.
no issues, no, but because if you want to, get the number of Varsha, then you don't have any other contact, I think, right?
Yeah, I don't have. That's why I'm asking, in case you can give me the number, I am ready
So
to
you
write it down.
take down the number right now. Varsha, can I give him
Please,
your
please.
number?
I've already put it on the chat.
Put
So
it
you
on the
can
chat.
take it from the
Number
chat.
number I have got. Number I have got. She has flashed the number.
Yeah, she
Okay.
has
I
written.
think
Yeah,
yes,
she has written. So please take
yeah,
down the number so that you can contact her later on.
It is
Okay.
disappeared now. Disappeared. 98210. I just noted.
41805, Gambhir.
9821. Sorry, 4.
982.
Yes. 10.
I'll put it again.
I'm not getting a voice.
982
Okay. Now got it.
104.
I got it, sir.
1805.
I got it, sir. Thank you. Thank you so very much, sir.
Yeah.
God bless
Okay.
you all. Thank you so very much.
Okay, fine. So Rita ji, go ahead.
Question?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah, okay. Doctor, my name is Rita and my daughter got her first vaccine done on the 5th of May, which is Covaxin, and she was found positive on 9th of May. So, and she's fine now. She had no symptoms except the loss of smell and little bit of cough. So, and she had taken the whole ivermectin, Fabiflu. She's done the whole course. All her blood reports are normal. My question is, when should she take the second dose?
So she should take the second dose at 3 months as per the guideline now. So anybody who is tested positive should be taking the second jab after 3 months. So
But
earlier it was 4 to 8 weeks, but now it has been made 3 months for both the first and the second jab after COVID recovery.
Okay, but even for the Covaxin, the time period remains the same?
Yes, because what they're saying is after COVID recovery, there will be, you will have antibodies. So which will tide you over for a period of 12 weeks. In fact, earlier they were considering 6 months, but thankfully the government zeroed in on 3 months, and you can take it 3 months, whether it's Covaxin, Covishield or Sputnik, the law is the same for post-COVID recovery.
Okay. Thank you very much, doctor. Thank you. It was very informative session.
So friends, it really she has answered all the question, and there is no doubt in anybody's mind, I believe. So as per Rotary protocol, we have to stick to the time. And now I request our Rotarian Parvez Bhai to present a vote of thanks.
I deem it as a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks at this wonderful and perhaps memorable meeting addressed by an eminent personality like Dr. Varsha Narayan. Varsha, it was very generous of you to have shared your time, knowledge, and group learning experience with us. Each one of us today has become more accurately aware of this pandemic, COVID home care, and also days ahead for all of us. Thank you again. Varsha, you started with Rotary some years back when Mr.